Oh my.
He's gonna back his reds. Oh, the bomb!
Oh my God.
That's a top three!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the long-awaited top 8 of the Mario Kart Wii World Cup 2023. I am so excited to get underway. This is Torp. I'm joined here by EmilP. You already know.
What's going on, guys? This is going to be a nice, fun match to cast, and it is my pleasure to be casting with you, Torp, today. How are you doing, man?
Yes, sir. I'm doing great. I've been waiting for this all day. Just got back from vacation, and this is pretty much the first thing I've done. So I'm so excited.
That's perfect.
This
Yes,
is my number
sir.
one priority when I go home.
Now, that as it should be, man. This stage in the World Cup is probably going to be the most exciting. These matchups that we have here so far are really, really good ones. I'm excited to see how all of them go. I guess we could maybe just start talking about our lineups today, since today we have USA South versus Australia. Let's go over the USA South lineup first.
Yeah, that's right. USA South is our 2 seed coming into the top 8 bracket because they did finish 3-0. They had a really strong Swiss stage. Today they're going to be putting up a lineup of Macy Revise, Casper Batcake, and Sam Bagging. Same lineup they used in their last match actually against Japan, where they won pretty handily by 70 points. However, I talked to some of them, after that match, and they were telling me that there's a lot of stuff that they think that they could have improved on. They said that they had some stuff that they needed to fix because that wouldn't fly, later on in the bracket. And I think that is very telling for the mentality of this team. I think this is a team who they have their sights set on first place, period. And they're not trying to, make top 4. They're trying to go all the way, and they're not satisfied until they make it. So yeah, really strong lineup. They should have so much confidence after their last match, and I think that they're gonna do really well.
Yeah, I mean, this lineup was very dominant against Japan, a performance that I quite frankly could not have seen coming myself. Sam Bagging has always been a treat to watch ever since he started playing with JX during Grand Star Cup. And this LU of runners is also a very strong one, particularly Batcake and Macy. Batcake being one of the fastest drivers I know on Weemfi as of right now, and Macy showing great signs of improvement in the past like 2 years or so, becoming a top player rather quickly. And as you were pointing out with the mentality, it's really important that they have that. I can resonate with that myself with Team India, since after our last match, we were only thinking about what can be improved. How are we going to keep chasing that number one finish in the World Cup? And honestly, I think this LU is quite powerful. I'm It's more powerful than I could have expected, and I'm always excited to see how it's gonna do.
Yeah, but let's check out their opponents. Australia, still a force to be reckoned with. They are, I think, the 7th seed, as they were one of the teams that went 3-2. These guys had to claw their way through the Swiss stage, although they did have some pretty tough matchups. I'm pretty sure they had to play against Japan after they lost, and I think also, was it US North?
They
There
did
was
play
one. There was
USA
one
North
match where
as well.
they kind of got crushed. So these
Yep.
guys these guys have shown some grit to get this far. They got Barry, who's, it's no secret, this is the guy that's usually dropping big points for the team. Verily, Nuclear, Brandon, and Bop Bagging. They don't really have a weak point in their lineup, to be honest. I think these are all players that I'd be really confident in if I were playing. And I think that they'll definitely put up a good fight, although I do think US is the favorite right now.
Really, I'm gonna have to say it's a hard toss up for sure. Like this Australia lineup, although some of these names may not be household names like you're used to seeing, I think this is a force to be reckoned with, especially Bop as a bagger. I don't know if you really keep up with Bop on Twitter, but I always see him labbing strats and finding out new things about bagging. It's always fun to see the clips that he posts. Whereas these runners, Barry, of course, being a strong runner, showing his power with IF and a lot of other matches so far in this World Cup. Of course, all of these other runners as well are there for Barry to be his backup as necessary. All of them providing the power that they need to be up there. And it was proven to be effective versus Latin America. But, USA South, as you said, is going to be a tougher opponent. But I do think this can be a close match. I don't see any reason why not.
Yeah, I feel like the only thing that makes me question this Australia team is that it seems like like I said, USA seems really focused on getting all the way to the finals and winning it. You know, they're trying to play at the absolute peak of their game, and they will not take anything other than the gold, right? But I'm seeing Australia, you know, they're tweeting out, like, no flame, obviously, but they're like, oh, we're happy to have, you know, made it out of the Swiss stage, you know, proud of the team, blah, blah, blah. They're kind of, it seems like they're kind of happy to be here. You know what I mean? And I feel like there's a bit of a disconnect there. I feel like USA is just more hungry. But maybe that's just me.
I could see what you mean. Yeah, I feel like with Australia, their expectations are a bit lower than that of USA South. And it's very obvious from the way that they were talking about their victory after the last match that they just played versus Latin America. But I still can see that maybe this team is one that doesn't want to show how much they really care about it. You know, maybe this is just a team that's going to be tryharding very much behind the scenes without much for us to know until we see it on the racetrack.
Yeah. Bob says if USA is hungry, then I'm thirsty, so he wants it.
I
He's
mean,
here to game. That's funny.
that that's just valid, dude. I mean, that's what it's all about in the World Cup. You know, it's great to see all these teams coming together. I'm not 100% sure. Like, I'm just looking at the history right now for Australia. I've seen 2021 getting third. I actually completely forgot about that.
Yeah,
So I
they
remember
made a
in their last
run.
World Cup run, exactly. Yeah, in their last World Cup run, they had a very surprising run, and I just could not remember what spot they got. But seeing that they got a third,
I
I
knew it
mean,
was
I
top
think
four. Yeah.
yeah, they did really well last time. They made a very surprising run in their last appearance in World Cup. Of course, that's where Barry began making a name for himself, if I recall correctly. And now we're seeing it all come full circle here in the bracket stage. And I'm excited to see if they can, you know, chase all the way to the end, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Last World Cup, I believe US South lost in this round against US North, which was an early matchup. Um, to be frank, I feel like the bracket. I mean, if we have a little bit of time to kill, we can talk about what this bracket is looking like right now because we have some juicy matches besides this one coming up. Obviously, US South versus Australia is the one we're about to be checking out right now. England versus Japan is going to be a banger. That's tomorrow morning. For those of you who love watching all this juicy Mario Kart content. Team India, you know, your team, you and the lads against Germany,
Yes, sir.
and lastly, US North Canada.
I
I mean,
mean,
this
yeah,
is,
these are
yeah.
all insane matches. I think when we were looking through the actual seedings for matches from teams advancing from the Swiss stage, as soon as we realized that fourth and fifth seed were going to be occupied by Japan and England, no matter the outcome of Australia versus Latin America, we honestly were a little surprised and happy at the same time because we knew for sure we have good matches on our hands. Like, even if it's like Japan, England, those are like the top two seeds that we had initially for our Swiss stage. And seeing them meet here in the bracket stage for quarterfinals, not even semifinals, not for finals or anything, but quarterfinals. That's just an insane thing to see.
Yeah, I mean, every match is going to be intense from here on out. And here we go, underway. It's going to be a best of three, so no more 5GP format like we saw on the Swiss stage. It's going to be a 12 race war, and you got to win two to make it out. You guys know the deal.
Yes, sir. Gonna see some nice little track picks from Australia and USA South, probably an RBC and a DD. Oh no, we're seeing Sherbetland from Australia. Okay, interesting track pick to go right out the gate for even spots. What do you think about this track pick here?
Yeah, RBC's it can definitely be a tough one when we're dealing with the United States to Australia lag difference. You know, it's not that reliable that you're going to get any drafts at the start. Might as well play it safe, go for a track that's easier to catch up on, like Sherby. So definitely respect the pick. But anyway, it's going to be the USA track pick to start us off here on DDR. We got Backcake's POV for the United States, and Barry, of course, for Australia. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, going to be expecting a nice little front run from Backkick right out the gate. Hopefully he doesn't get a nice little lag start on the side of Barry. Should be able to keep first and make this sand up. Flubs the sand hop,
Wow.
unfortunately.
Bad omen. He's
Said
already spamming the mirror, already getting trailed.
already back to 8th place with just a single green. We can switch over to Barry. We see in first place just a Nana. Not sure who's behind him. But if you see the bagging battle, we see Sam and Bob pretty close. Not quite sure which one of them is going to be taking 10th right away.
Yeah, already an early flood from Backcake. I mean, US South did play a practice war right before this, excluding Backcake. He actually wasn't in the lineup. I was watching that beforehand just to, you know, see how they were doing.
That's kind of
Hopefully he can, you know, cut those mistakes out as the war goes on.
exactly. And Barry getting blued out of first place. Going to be seeing some of Australia still up here. I believe one of USA South in first place. But another blue shell for Barry. That's going to be released right into the wall glitch. Maybe going to screw him up at the landing. Gets him
Yeah,
right
we'll see.
after.
Definitely a deadly spot. Australia's going to move into a lot of top spots right now. I think, was that Macy getting converted? Yeah, it's top
I think
3 for
so.
Australia. Casper got
Is
taken out
that
too,
top
so...
4? We're seeing a slowdown as well.
Oh, yeah, I was
USA
about to
South
say that
catching up.
probably means that USA has the shot, and a bomb is such a good chain here. He's got
These
sitting
aren't the.
ducks right now
Oh, and
all
a
around him.
bomb
But where
comes
did
out
that...
and hits top 2.
Where did that come from? I don't... That
I
looks
don't know
so
who
good
threw
for
that.
USA.
Wow.
Barry
Barry
needs
making
to
his way
make
up with the
this.
ultra.
He kind
Oh, a
of
little
makes
bit of a
it,
shaky
yeah.
exit. Still holds
Yeah,
on to first
barely
place
getting the
despite all that.
first. Honestly, so clutch by Barry. If he fails that, USA is going to be really good spots, so he absolutely needed to pull through, and he did. Hopefully going to secure 15 points here, as long as nothing goes wrong for him.
Exactly. I think we can maybe switch over to Backkick to see what's going on in our spots here. We got Casper and Backkick trailing right behind him. I think we see Sam still in 10th place, sitting at the set, probably chaining for boxes here to see if he can get a last-second shot.
Casper's taking cut at the end. Is it going to be enough to steal first? It was close. I actually
There's
don't
a
know.
slight chance. Seeing a lot of USA in the kind of bottoms or in the mid spots there. I think Australia getting bottom 2 that race.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty even race. Maybe like a 2, 3, 5, 6. So
So.
neck and neck, race 1.
I mean, yeah, I'm honestly not sure how that race ended between Barry and Casper. I want to say Casper maybe stole it at the end there. That's what it looked like on Barry's screen at least. But of course, USA to Australia, like, could never be 100% certain of how your endings are going to be. And Casper takes first.
Casper takes it, so that's a 6-point swing. Him stealing first on the line. Could be big later on, and they get to start in better spots. So good stuff for Casper, starting out hot. And USA is going to take an early lead. Not a huge lead, but, you know, you like being ahead. Why not?
Yeah, I think one thing I want to talk about that race in particular, the bagging battle there was really close for the first lap and a half, I want to say. Right when we were seeing the runners reach the end of lap 1, both the baggers were neck and neck with each other still. It was at multiple points that we saw. And of course, Sam ended up getting the shock there. USA ended up getting Bill. Not sure at what point USA might have gotten the Bill.
Yeah, no, we didn't really have eyes on the back because of our POVs. There was also that crazy bomb from downtown. I don't even know. I can't even imagine who threw that or...
Yeah, that was a crazy throw. Like, that could have been thrown from the set, like maybe the second ramp just off to the left, and it did end up hitting 2 people at the end there. But onto our next track here, we have Maple Treeway. I didn't quite catch who picked this one. I want to imagine it was USA, but
Yeah,
correct
we'll
me
see
I'm
if that, you know, them getting first last race is going to matter here, because this is a track that you love to start at 1-3 in. Usually first can keep their spot if they play it, you know, well enough. And Casper's definitely no slouch, so I would expect to see him hold it down.
And we're seeing Backcake elect to not hop in the cut. One of the other USA members most likely hopping in 5th or 6th. There's a single banana. Might try to pass Barry on the jack strat here. Just barely isn't able to.
Oh, this is a tight squeeze up in the front. They're trying to hustle each other out for first. Looks like Casper's winning the exchange right now, as
Backcake
expected.
trying to duel out with Barry for the 2nd place. See if he can provide Casper some safety.
Yeah, Barry taking the alternate line.
Not able to land the Nana Snipe, but USA still holding on to 1-3. Reds are going to be throwing it Backcake. One of them is going to be off the track. Barry with a fib, maybe a ghost fib here. Not quite.
Like he was ready for it. You could tell he was kind of hanging out on the left side of the branch. Again, yeah, there is going to be a lot of lag between, you know, United States and Australia, but these players are so well versed in that they're gonna play around it like it's nothing. It's just part of the game that, you know, once you get this good, you understand really well, and so they shouldn't struggle at all.
Very nice back spam right there. Gets Australia out of 2nd and also backed away from 3rd.
Yeah, did I hit 2 people?
I think it might have. Oh, and Backcake gets redded out.
Yeah, really unfortunate there. He had Nanas behind him, and that didn't really seem like a place where you could get side-rated easily, but he gets hit anyway. USA should still be in control of the front as they are first by a decent bit, with Casper still holding it down.
Oh, don't think that's gonna hit.
Yeah, he
Almost
backed
like
that just a little bit too late. Barry was shrooming up.
How though could be good for USA. Maybe get Australia after the cannon on the jackstrap. Might screw them
Yeah,
up
but
before the second
this
set.
blue is going to spell the end for that Casper front run that we've been
Are
keeping
we
track
seeing
of.
a shock potentially for Australia? No sign. No Dodgers and cannon.
Yeah, let's see what this blue and POW exchange ends up doing. They're losing some time because of the fibs.
Yeah.
USA holding 2-3 for now. There's the POW. We'll see if that killed first. Somebody's off the track.
Someone's off the track. I didn't quite catch who it was. I want to imagine it was a USA member. And USA building up as well. Green's getting thrown up.
Casper
Not seeing
avoids the
them connect,
greens.
Oh, Macy getting
It hit
hit.
Macy out of the bill, I think. Or maybe she landed on an item. I don't know. Either way, Australia probably going to win this race.
Seeing 1-3 from Australia. We have USA.
It's all
getting
blue
one of
lines.
the
It's
mid
all
spots as
blue lines
well.
after Barry.
Yeah. Wow, that is actually insane. I thought for sure we were going to see some more Australia up there. I'm not sure what happened after that lab 2 exchange, if a lot of USA just forced Australia to stay in the back.
Yeah, it feels like USA kind of fumbled that a little bit. I mean, back kick getting hit out was unfortunate, but maybe that POW could have been used better. I think it was maybe revised in second or third, like drift locked off the track when the POW came, and they didn't really, make first lose that much time, so maybe some points left on the board for USA.
Yeah, I think so. It was very surprising to see that. I think there was an attempted target POW on first place. I want to guess that maybe Revise might have gotten a micro bounce off the track.
Yeah,
But
something like that.
yeah, that's just my best guess, because I think Australia could have gotten a better race there overall, but it was good that they didn't get target POW'd on the half pipe there, because that 1-3 was pretty much what saved them that race.
Yeah, also, I'll say it, a pretty rare shockless race on Maple. You don't see a lot of shockless races on Maple, so the bagging battle is pretty much as tight as it could be. It doesn't seem like any bagger is really outlucking the other one right now.
Yeah, that really surprised me. I'm so used to seeing a shock at least on Maple Treeway, maybe in some cases too in recent years as well. Seeing a shockless Maple Treeway race was incredible to me, honestly, especially with Bill in play.
Yeah, a rare sight, for sure.
Now we're
Either
seeing
way.
Koopa Cape and RBC, and Koopa Cape gets picked. A nice neutral track from the side of Australia here.
Yeah, I'd say Koopa Cave's it's like chaotic neutral, you know what I mean? You know those, like, what do they call them, alignment charts? You never know what's
Ooh,
gonna happen here.
Yeah. Exactly. Well,
It
a
doesn't-
track that
yeah.
can be dictated by the cuts on the track, but also sometimes the shot. Depends on what happens at the beginning here, and also the drop stars that can happen from baggers at the end. And a few red shells getting exchanged right here. Barry making sure he doesn't get bumped off.
Yeah, already Australia's top 2 spots getting taken out, and it doesn't look like any of them are taking the golden stride or anything, and there goes Revise doing it. So USA should have a lot of good spots. And Barry gets a blooper in 7th.
Unfortunate pull for Barry here. More than likely just going to chain this, see if he can get something better. A star is definitely going to fulfill that, but has to chain it. Endlessly chaining in 8th place here. More than likely wants to get an item to be able to catch up to the front of the pack.
Yeah, that indicates to us that Australia is not in good enough spots to be holding items in the back, and yeah, USA is kind of breaking away. Becky gets that drop star. USA is at least top 2, from what we can see.
A whole
So
lot of top
Australia
spots
needs to
for
catch
USA
up.
right now. And the blue comes out onto Bat Cake. Going to slow that lead down just a little bit. Macy taking over first place as a result of that. Still top 2 for USA. Not sure if we're going to see any Australia taking over the top spots.
Top
But
3 also with
USA
Revise.
top
He might have
3.
just megaed somebody, I think.
I think so. Someone was off the track at the Shroomba. Oh, and an unfortunate hit there. That red would have been crucial into breaking up these top spots.
Yeah,
Almost top
maybe
4
a
now.
yeah, maybe a lapse of communication there from Australia, and he hits the fib too. He might get bombed as well. This is a slaughter.
Oh, I think the bomb didn't quite directly land on anybody. We might need to see an Australia shock to have.
Yeah, that's
any chance
kind of their only
breaking
saving
these top
grace at this
spots here.
point.
Yeah, or USA still top 4. If anything, they're just gonna want to shock into the first set here, try to get some powerful items to break into the top spots. Not gonna be seeing a shock so far though.
Yeah, Casper lands on something. Barry with another set of triple shrooms. I don't even know if he's going to catch this top 3 with him. We'll see. It's going to be close.
He might be able to get close, but he needs to be really aggressive with where he's going if he wants to have any chance of breaking into this.
Yeah, he's gonna also be defenseless here in the pipe, so this could be really bad. And he's
Oh,
already gotten hit. He didn't even make it to the pipe.
There.
And
More
triple shrooms
shrooms,
again!
though.
No, this is insane. This is why they asked for condies.
We're just gonna see this little turn skip cut here. Need to see if he can execute a good ending, maybe break into third. I'm not sure though. Sam, I didn't quite see what he dropped. This POW could be good for Barry.
He hits the Nana and cut.
Water.
And USA gets top three. Oh my god, people always back that Nana over and over again. I see people take cut in the drop star and back in there, and it never hits. But in the clutchest moment in the World Cup, it hits, and they gain 2 spots off of it.
We must have missed that. Maybe on lap 1, I believe I saw Backcake was in a ground start towards the very end of the lap, and because of that, he just backed a Nana in there, and no one must have hit that all race.
Yeah,
That's just
until the
crazy.
very end.
I don't think I've ever seen that. Like, usually if a banana's in that cut, it gets hit by the next lap. This is just new. And we have nice little VLC media player logo going on. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, one of our POVs is having a rough time, but I mean that race was just frankly dominated by USA from start to finish. We were talking about how it was a neutral track for starting spots, but I mean they redded 2 people out, they goldened up, and they had control of the front the entire time. They were top 3 for a good chunk of that race. And again, another shockless race, which is kind of crazy that there's been 1 shock in 3 races, but USA is running better, and that's making the difference right now with a lack of shocks.
Exactly. Australia really needs to watch these beginnings as well, because I feel like on KC, you got to spread out your spots pretty nicely. Since they were already in the back, kind of, from what we saw at the Shroomba itself, it looked like they couldn't really spread their spots out properly. And I feel like that just led to a losing race right off the bat.
Yeah, it's kind of a uh-oh, we've got 6 players in the room. That
Oh,
can't be a good sign.
boy. What
Uh-oh.
happened
I
here?
hope it's not one of those best of 3s. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
no. Oh, no. What is this? Oh, wow. I have no idea what's going on here. I'm just taking a look at the reps chat right now. We're going to be seeing a quick little reset going on. Koopa Cape seems to be untouched for the most part. That race should be all good for the results.
Yeah, I mean, that race was really just a combination of a few, maybe slight misplays that kind of added up, right? Like, Barry didn't get a box at the start, which you really should be getting a box in third, and he gets redded because of it. And I think when their player got redded out of first, he dropped an item, which maybe means that they didn't trail right away, which is another, very small thing that could have made the difference in them holding those top spots or not. So, those tiny advantages is where the better team is going to really shine.
Oh, man. Oh, I'm just taking a look at the table bot right now. It seems we have some messed up scores here. Kind of an unfortunate scenario here. We'll try to get that fixed up for you guys in just a little bit. In the meantime, probably can talk about what we need to see from the side of Australia, since they had a lot of chances to get up there. Maple Treeway and DDR notably. KC, we already pointed out what happened there, but I don't know what we need to see.
Seems like DDR was the race that they probably played the best out of the 3, with Shock kind of ruining it. We saw that they were like top 3, top 4-ish, by the lap 2 tempo, which is usually a pretty good spot to be. So I don't think they're playing bad per se, but they do have to step it up. Again, they've got 9 races left in match 1, and then if they lose, they're going to have to win 2 straight in order to take down USA South.
Exactly. I mean, I think they can definitely do it. Like, Bob and Sam both really good baggers. This is already going to be a really good bagging battle. I don't know how much we really need to see Shock. Maybe shockless races. That could be something we could look into, but it seems like the looks of Maple and KC, they might need the shocks. Like, DDR proved to be a complete 180 when Shock came into play for USA South, and we just haven't seen it ever since that race.
Yeah, there's so much so much story with the baggers that we really have to just speculate. Maybe Sam's doing a great job. I mean, you think about KC and Maple Treeway are both tracks where the baggers kind of sit at the same set together, so maybe Sam's just playing really good defense, keeping those races shockless when his team was in, majority good spots. Who really knows what's going on back there?
Yeah, it's like the tracks that we've played so far, like outside of DDR, are two sitters for sure. Don't really get to see much of the bagging battle that we're used to seeing on other tracks there. Maybe perhaps that has some influence on the way these races played out. I can't say for sure, but I don't really know what to expect in the coming 9 races.
Yeah, do you know who DC, by the way?
That I'm actually not sure of. From the looks of TableBot, it looks like there were the initial disconnects came from the sides of mostly USA, but I'm not sure how accurate that is. All I know is that a set was mutually agreed upon right away.
Yeah, it seemed like it was in between races. Hopefully we don't get anything else like that, because again, this could start to drag out if we have to reset more often. But seems like they're joining pretty quickly again, so we'll be back underway in no time.
It's always good to see maybe some nice little influence from the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe side of the community with the Broom joining times. Always nice to see that.
Yeah, they're spreading the culture finally. After what, 15 years, we're starting to pick up the pace a little bit.
Our good allies over at MK Central. Be sure to support everybody over there as well. But right now, you know, we gotta focus on the better game, as I like to say.
True. Although, shoutouts to, what, it was Team Japan, right? I don't want to get this wrong.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Shoutouts to Team Japan for taking home the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe World Cup. I definitely watched a handful of those matches. That game is fun, but I don't know enough to really get it. But it looks like a lot of fun, actually.
I feel that. Yeah, I feel like the game is also a lot of fun. There's a few gripes I have with it, but you know, that's a discussion for another time when
different strokes for different folks, you know.
Exactly, bro. Since we have 10 players in the room, should be ready to get started again shortly.
Yeah, I'm sure USA is itching to keep this lead up, carry their momentum into the following races. You know, they didn't come to mess around. Like I've been saying, this team is hungry. The dogs got to eat.
Seems we do have updated results now. USA up 27 after 3 races right now, and this Indiv spread is one that I feel we need to point out as well, since I think this is kind of what I expected to see. Even though it's only been 3 races, it's kind of like this shape is already one that I'm kind of been seeing in some iterations of matches as well.
Yeah, we got a lot of players kind of nested around the top of the Indivs chart. I think there's five of them right now. 3 on USA, 2 on Australia, with Barry being in the mix as always. That definitely could be a theme that holds up. I think Verily is really good though. I think he's maybe one of the most slept on players, just, you know, still in the World Cup. I played with that guy for a while back in, you know, PT mostly, and I think that guy is really good. But I feel like his presence in the community isn't as, you know, notable as some other people, and so he doesn't get as much credit as he maybe deserves. So let's see.
Agree.
He's got to perform.
Summit going for us right now, more 90% just a USA pick for sure. I see no reason why this is a Australia pick.
Yeah, gonna be really important to see who holds first, getting to the double on lap 1 here. Backhake's got a big job on his shoulders right now. Barry's trying to contest him, looking a little weird again with the lag difference. And he gets hit out. They're really strange spots to be getting hit, but
has to go for single just to make sure he doesn't get bumped off. Backhake just holding on to first here at the end of lap 1 with Casper right behind him, top 2 for USA. Australia, I believe, occupying a lot of the mid spots.
Yeah, USA, ever since Backhake failed Sandhop on lap 1 of DDR, which I admit I've done a lot too, they've been doing a good job at holding down their top spots on these tracks where it really makes a difference in the long run.
Yeah, we need to see if Australia can maybe break into these top spots. If Viv goes up, unable to connect, but a green connects on Barry.
Yeah, really well timed.
This is not what you want to see from the side of Australia. Just a lot of people in the back here. Seen one of USA off the track, I believe. Unless that might have been the bagger.
I'm not sure. I didn't catch the name there. I was looking at the map. But
One
yeah.
USA in 7th. We're seeing some back spams. Maybe a shock will come out. Not seeing one on the side of Australia. One bagger is still at the strat right now. Not sure if they have failed it numerous times or have made it and is coming back again.
Yeah, it looks like Australia is really just playing for mid spots right now. USA is chilling in top 2. Is that top 2-4, I think, with Macy there? And Nuclear gets hit on double.
Barry takes over 3rd place. Gonna see if he can hold on to this. USA just getting an easy top 2 at the end here. Then
Last second
comes out
shot
at the end.
and the red.
That's it. It's a USA top 3, I believe, unless I saw that wrong.
Yeah, looks like it with the shock red. So they're really getting their money's worth out of these races. And again, it all comes down to them holding the top spots at the start. And on tracks like DK Summit with such powerful backspam spots, you know, namely at the double shortcut, you can just build a huge winning race off of having that advantage of being in first. And that's exactly what they did. They hit Barry on lap 1, they hit Nuclear on, what, lap 3 at the double, and all the pieces just fell into place.
Top 3, 7 for USA, and 9th as well. Just going to be building up this lead more and more right now. This is not what you want to see from Australia. Sam getting 9th that race. I wasn't quite able to see what was going on with the bagging battle, but maybe I was seeing Sam respawning at the double lap too. Maybe Sam was just dominating the bagging battle for the most part. Maybe he wasn't. It was kind of hard to see, but no shock until the very end of that race as well.
Yeah, probably a sign that USA was holding it for a while, as they would with those spots. But yeah, Australia unable to pull a shock so far. I believe shock count's 0-2, but the shocks that USA have gotten have been really helpful. They've definitely done a good job using them, which is what matters, you know? You can't control necessarily how many shocks you're going to get, it's just up to you to use them as effectively as possible.
On continuing the momentum shift into a BCW pick for top 3, a classic pick for top 3 at this point. I'm gonna say it. I think we need to see Barry go for the glitch to see if he can break into these top spots in the beginning, try to like get rid of USA up here.
Yeah, we need to see something from Australia. I mean, they have the odds stacked against them on this track, starting in, you know, pretty bad spots. And this could be a pretty bad sign for the rest of the war if they're not able to turn it around this race. Because they're kind of getting to the point where if they lose this race, they're going to be catching up the entire time if they want to have a chance at taking the first match. So this race is going to be important. Yeah.
It's a good start you always want to see. Makes the bagging battle a little bit more intense. Makes it closer to a 50-50, I want to say, since pulling the shot, it's a little more certain intent, but do you know for sure if they're going to pull it? We're going to see if Barry's going to go for the glitch here. He's attempting it, unable to make it, and is forced to bill.
No dice. Luckily, the Bill in 6 is going to bring him pretty close to the front. He's going to maybe at least break the plane, but again, he's going to be defenseless on this straightaway where he could easily get hit. And there's a red.
First red, I didn't quite catch if there were triple reds attached to that as well. Does not seem to be the case. A blue comes out.
Barry with some nice movement to keep himself safe, but still moving fast enough to get into first off that. Barely avoids the fib.
That fib, wow, what a clean avoid.
Yeah, crazy reaction. He gets the backspam. Now Barry's starting to put in work. This is the Barry that we were used to seeing, but he's gonna get blued
comes out.
after all his hard work.
Doesn't catch any of USA in it, and USA just all up here, really breaking in these top spots as well. Surely another glitch, right? I mean, is it gonna happen?
Oh, there's
no,
a fib on it. He had plans. If there was a nana, he was gonna try to go for it with the triple greens, I imagine, but the fib put a stop to that real quick. And now they're playing the catch-up game once again. Is this top 4?
It might be. All of USA just all up here. Doesn't seem like there's going to be much backspamming going on here. I think that's Sam in 10th, if I'm not mistaken.
I think Sam made Hawk, and Bop is off the track.
Oh, no. Bop is in 10th.
Oh, I was wrong. Wow. Bop could save the race then. Because if there's ever a time where they need shock, it's right now. But another blue
shell comes out. Might mess up a little. Might slow them down just a little bit. Are we going to see a target shock maybe from Australia? Doesn't come in.
No, not yet. Looks like Revise is going to probably block glitch while back kick overtakes first with a shroom. So a blue shell at this point is not going to help Australia. They really need shock. And here comes the blue. He's going to be dodging it.
Back kick just dodges that.
Barry doesn't make it. He throws a bomb up though. It hit somebody. He hit somebody with the bomb. I don't know who it was.
Who did that hit, dude? I have no idea. And a
There's
shot comes in at the end. I'm just going, yeah, that was just an Australia shock at the end. Probably got some of the mid spots into set. Not really sure what we saw in the top spots. Oh, USA.
I think it's
all
still
up
just
there.
a top 3 with some room to
Wow.
spare for USA, just dominating the front. I don't know who that bomb hit. It could have been revised. Maybe he prevented the top 4. It looked pretty cool,
Maybe. That
but
was
unfortunately,
cool.
yeah.
Oh,
It would have been cooler if he made the glitch, to be honest, and then sniped someone else, but yeah. Man, Barry was really kind of by himself that race, I gotta say.
Exactly, yeah. Verley just had a little bit of opportunity to break into the top spots, but was unable to really get any of USA out of there. A lot of blue shells thrown around that race as well. Another top 3 for USA. Top 3, 7, and 9. Again, I'm pretty sure that's just the exact... Yeah, that's just the same race we saw
Yeah,
from USA.
all the USA players got the exact same spots. They all doubled up on their
gosh,
points.
dude. Oh, no. This is just... They're just breaking away more and more. USA up 69 after 5. Jeez, man. This is not the lead that you want to be seeing this early into this match.
Yeah, I was warning you guys. I mean, that race was really gonna set the tone because a top 3 on BCW is a pretty easy run if you're playing as airtight as USA is right now. And now we're kind of at that point where this is going to be a really tough comeback for Australia. If they won that race, then it's totally doable. They can play kind of normal, but now they kind of have to reach a little bit to, you know, close this deficit. But yeah, USA playing super well.
I'm liking Barry's confidence in whatever he's trying to do right now, and I feel like the rest of his team might have to replicate that same confidence if they want to break into these top spots at all. Because Barry's making some progress, but with not enough backup up there, it's pretty much going to be pointless. And a DKM pick for USA, this snowball just keeps on growing.
Yeah, they are just getting track pick after track pick. No help on the course select screen for Australia either, which they desperately need, as this is another track that's really powerful for top spots. I imagine Backhake's going to go for a box here in second while Casper just drives and breaks away.
Yep. More than likely just going to focus on defending that first place position and keeping everyone else away. A TC is pulled. I believe that's odd. I think it's on USA. It is on Revise.
Yeah, he's going for the pass. I don't think he gets it. Backhake trying to trail somebody off. I don't know how Barely snuck past that, but he might get redded anyway.
Barry with a starter. Maybe if he can land a hit on Backhake and maybe break into these top spots a little bit.
Yeah, Barry's making moves.
First, this is what we need to see. Barry just making his way into first place. Probably going to have to fend off these USA members on his own. Both of them with green
he's doing
behind
everything he
him.
can right now. I mean, I imagine he had a battle with the TC there, and he kept his start till the end, and that's going to be really important for Australia. Once again, they need this top spot to allow the rest of their players to catch up.
Has to use the shroom to get away from the TC. Oh, what? Okay. I guess it doesn't connect.
Yeah, I thought it was going to also.
Yeah, saw a little bump, that little animation that we usually see, and a blue shell coming out. It's going to be hitting Barry and probably getting USA into top 2 here. Oh, never mind. Barry's able to hold on to second place just barely.
Oh, really close. He's in a... Yeah.
And a bomb! Doesn't get back right away, I think.
Backhake still has the bomb. He has all the cards right now. He's going to put it out of the cannon.
Barry lives.
Yeah, but had to go wide, and there's really nothing that he can pull in third that's going to let him bring this back, and it's just USA running in top 2 again, man.
Not sure if we're seeing any signs of shock either. Banana getting thrown. No luck with it hitting. No sign of a blue shell either when they need it the most. Barry probably not going to be able to make a play to get into top 2. Is going to have to prevent any other USA members from passing here. Gonna see what happens. A fib gets put back. Don't think it connected.
Yeah, just no dice for Australia, man. This is a struggle, especially on, you know, they're getting a lot of tracks where the baggers are both sitting behind the set, and the only way to get shock is to pull it in 9th. And USA is just kind of doing everything right.
It's just crazy to see these exchanges. Like, I think Australia had a decent chance of winning that race until that blue.
Yeah, Barry was kind of flipping it around. You know, they were making their way up. I feel like they played lap 1 pretty solid. But yeah, that one blue was kind of just curtains. They didn't, again, kind of like BCW. Once Barry got blued, that kind of was, you know, the end of their shot at winning the race. And USA continues to break away.
This is a lead that's going to be a tough climb. I mean, I've seen this climb done before, but with half the war left and being down 82, the mental is what we really have to consider here to see if this is going to be a possible comeback to make.
Yeah, if I'm Australia, I'm kind of getting ready to think about match 2 at this point. I don't know.
So too. Although it's not impossible. I've seen, if it was something like a little further up, maybe like mid 90s or something like that, I think that's when it would be the proper time to start focusing on the next match. But I think with this, he's got to focus on seeing if you can use these next 2 races or so to get big races and start building that lead back.
Yeah, it's still doable. Don't want to count them out. You know, they haven't pulled any shocks. If they can flip that around, maybe they can create some kind of comeback. But we'll see. They also really need to start getting track picks, and they don't get it again.
Oh,
that is a shame.
I'm kind of surprised to see Toad's factory pick here since we had an 8th place position as well. But I guess USA really wants to keep building on what they have so far. Need to see if we can get a draft on the side of USA to just lock in first place almost right away. Not sure what Australia is going to be able to do to combat this top 2-4.
He actually swerves to the right, not opting to play it by the book.
Hits the wall. Barry takes over first. Australia takes over top 2, I think.
Yeah, I don't know how Barry managed to get that draft from third, even with back kick shrimping. Barry really is honestly playing amazing. Just from watching his POV this whole match, he's really taking advantage of these opportunities, and he's barely making any missteps.
Gets a backspin as well. This is the beginning we really needed to see from Australia right here.
Yeah, USA opted to not really play it by the book with, you know, just going straight and lining up the draft, and it kind of came back to bite them as Barry kind of just swooped in and stole it, and it's top 2, top 3 for Australia.
No way. Need to see if USA is going to have any chance to break into these top spots here. Some ground reds could potentially prove to be a challenge for the next lap. I think for now we can switch over to Backhake, maybe handling the mid pack. Golden up. Brandon also back here. Maybe going to be responsible for keeping USA South in the back during this race.
A back bomb right now for Brandon would be absolutely lethal. He's the gatekeeper right now.
Up. Seeing Casper up here. Australia still holding on to their top 3. Oh, I thought someone might have failed for a second. Macy shrooming up. Not sure what happened to Brandon. Yeah, what did happen to Brandon? Wow.
And the baggers have left their station there, so a shock has got to be in play at this point. We're seeing USA in 2 dodges. USA in 2 dodges and no shock, as Beckett gets megged by his teammate.
Oh no, that is not what you want to see here. Brandon's still back here. I imagine Australia is still just holding on to top 3 right now.
Yeah, this could even be a top 4, assuming Brandon's been holding a dodge. I mean, this top 3 is safe. Barry got blued, but it doesn't even matter. They were just so far ahead. And
still holding on to these spots, exactly what.
Here comes the shock, probably.
Wait, Verley and Brandon are 5-6. I'm not sure what happened there.
I don't know what happened to Verley. It seemed like they were fine. I don't know. I can't explain what could have happened to him.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what could have happened there. It seemed like Australia had a pretty good lock on top 3. Maybe there was some interaction in the front with 4th that we might have missed in the middle of lap 3.
Yeah, Australia not getting every point that they could have that race, and I wonder. I think Brandon was maybe holding the blue. I think we saw blue last second, or maybe he pulled it lap 3, which is why he didn't dodge up. But yeah. So despite Australia playing that really well and winning the race, they're still behind a huge chunk. Casper and Backhake putting up big points. You already know.
And we bounced back to a 69-point lead for USA. I mean, if they can keep up this momentum, they can maybe get back into it. Of course, they're going to need bigger races than that to get back their lead. Or get into the lead, rather. Like, these last 5 races, I don't really know what to expect anymore. We've seen Barry just playing amazingly right now. And we've been seeing it, and we finally saw it come full circle with that TF race, getting that top 2. 5-6, I believe, getting a nice race for Australia to maybe start a comeback. I think it can happen still in these 5 races. It's enough time. You don't need absolutely massive races unless you can't build that bridge in these next 2 or 3.
Yeah, Barry's trying to put the team on his back right now, Greg Jennings style. He just needs the rest of the squad to, you know, get lifted up with him. And they really need to get track picks. This is an issue. USA got like the last like 4 or 5 in a row. They're starting in top spots on all of them. And Australia finally got their first shock of the war on TF, and it was a good winning race. So maybe that's a sign that they can keep it going as long as they are pulling the bolts.
Signs of life are always what we want to see in these types of matches, especially with such a deficit. Any sign of life, especially in this stage of the World Cup right now, is exactly what you want to see right now. You got to take full advantage of that if possible. But we got another good track selection screen. I think either track could be good for Australia. I'm going to be seeing Sherbetland. We got an Australia pick.
Yeah, finally they're on the board in terms of track picks. This is what I was saying at the beginning, you know, just a track where you can pretty much guarantee that somebody's going to be able to stream into the front, so, you know, most likely Backkick will not be getting an easy run here. Unlike a lot of the races we've seen before.
Exactly. Gotta see if Australia can maybe get some shrooms in the mid spots to break into first right at the beginning here. Not gonna see a backspam connecting and Casper shrooming up. Revi's also shrooming up.
Yeah, USA swarming the front once again. An early build from Brandon. Just flipping the tables around immediately. Honestly, not a bad call. You don't want to let USA into, you know, top 3 or whatever it was. But Barry's also still up here.
Barry's going to do his best to see if he can fend off these USA members. Likes to draft off of Brandon and take over first. The TC from Backkick not able to pass it.
Yeah, it was a big moment. If he gets that TC pass off, then they pretty much, you know, get a nice foothold in the top spots too. But he just wasn't able to catch up on that off-road section.
This is exactly what I want to see. We see Bob in 10th as well. Sam off again in 9th. Might actually end up seeing maybe Bob already has the shock. Gonna see what Backkick likes to do with this bomb.
He's hesitating a lot with it. I'm kind of surprised he didn't just drop it on Brandon immediately when he had the chance.
And it doesn't connect.
Yeah, that bomb could have actually been really important if they were holding dodges in the back, but it looks like they had POW and shrooms. So...
And a star for Backkick in 7th. This is not what you want to see if Australia actually does have the shock. I'm more surprised that Brandon didn't just stop at one of these sets and maybe wait for the POW. Backkick in 6th now. I'm not sure who took over our bottom spots here. Oh,
yeah, can we important DC? It wasn't Barry, was it? Because if Barry DC'd, he was in first, and that's really bad.
We see one of USA off. I'm not sure who's currently holding on to the top spot. Oh, we see an Australia name tag.
I think Macy's up there somewhere, first or second. It's close.
Really hard to see from here. Backkick's still holding on to the star.
Yeah, I was gonna say if Australia had it, you'd think that they would have tried to, you know, cycle dodges at this point. But it's a USA shot. Casper and Backkick dodging.
USA dodging. That is. Oh, and Reds come out as well?
Everybody's getting red.
Top 2 for USA. Wow. I was very confident that Bob had the shock there.
Yeah, 10th, what, we thought the whole race and no dice for Australia. Just when it looked like they were going to bring it back, their player in first disconnects from the room, and they're unable to pull shock. And that's got to be really disheartening if you're an Aussie.
Seeing the reset called in the chat right now as well to confirm that it was Barry who DC'd. Really unfortunate at this time and place to see that happen.
Yeah, the only thing that could stop Barry at this point is his own internet.
Oh my god.
That's a shame.
A top 3 for USA on top of all that.
Would have been top 4 if Casper doesn't get redded after shock.
Oh my gosh, you're right. That would have been... I mean, this is just... We're just back to where we were, except with worse. And gonna take a little bit to get the proper scores loaded up here as we had some... I think the table was unable to get the race calculated properly, so we'll have the scores up for you shortly.
Yeah. The most important thing to know is that USA is up by a whole lot, and Australia has, what is it, 4 races left?
They're like almost out of time. At this point, you literally need like at least a top 3, if not like top 3, maybe 6 even
Like every
to get
race,
back into
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they need
This is a
miracles on
great thing.
miracles. We've seen, I will say, because again we have some time. We've seen some unbelievable comebacks and just crazy down at the wire matches so far this World Cup. It's really delivered, I gotta say.
Shout outs to India, USA North.
India
I
USA North was nuts. 2 point difference. USA South versus France was crazy. France versus Germany was crazy.
Oh yeah. Yep.
That one went to overtime.
That was a good match. That's one of my favorite matches so far. And that was a round 1 Swiss match as well. That was a lot of fun to watch, especially like I wasn't casting that one, but it was a lot of fun to spectate.
I was casting that one, and it was a lot of fun to cast.
Hey, well there you go.
But I mean, I always have fun casting, so that's not saying much.
Hey, that's how it goes. Always got to be fun at the caster's desk, watching these World Cup matches unfold. It's just been really fun to watch
Oh,
these
and then yeah,
matches
there was
play out.
France versus Ireland. How could I forget that Kuba Cape
Yes.
race?
Oh
Dude,
yes.
France is having. They had crazy matches. It would have been amazing if they made top eight. That would have been a crazy Cinderella story.
That would have been nuts. Like seeing France play in the World Cup this year was honestly quite a treat. It was one that I did not expect with their roster, because I'll admit there were some surprises in there that I definitely could not have seen coming. But what they delivered was still a great show, especially as a spectator.
Yeah, they've been putting out content like crazy. And if you want to go back and watch those matches, they're all posted on is it Mario Kart Central Wii on YouTube? Is that the channel name?
I'm going to guess that's what it
I
is,
think
but
that's probably what it is. I should know. I'm
I
sub, so
mean,
I never have to
s-
type in the channel name because I'm subscribed. So
same here. Yeah, I've subbed to them on YouTube. I always see when the videos come up in my feed. I never have to worry about searching up the channel, but I believe it is.
yeah,
Oh,
it's Mario Kart Central Wii with
Mario Kart
spaces.
Central. There we go. All right,
Yeah,
Mario Kart
all of the
Central Wii with
matches so
spaces.
far have been uploaded on there for those of you guys who are hungry to watch more insane gameplay. There's hours and hours and hours of matches that you guys can go watch. After this, of course, stick around.
Oh, and I believe. Oh, okay. We have an update.
Hmm.
Australia has forfeited the first match.
Honestly, respectable.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean,
Yeah,
we-
might as
it was
well
it was
save
really
yourself some
hard.
time. Don't want to get fatigued, sweating to try to get top four races in a row or whatever it was.
Yeah, you need to maintain your mental across a series such as this one. If you're at a point where you need to really go all in just to make it past match 1, it might not even be worth it. You need to preserve that energy, see if you can bounce back with match 2.
Yeah, and to be completely honest, USA did get definitely luckier that match.
I want to
Sometimes
say
it's
so.
they just want to reset their mental, play as well as they can, and hopefully with a little bit better RNG, they can make it happen. Because I mean, the track picks were piling up for USA, and Australia I think got one shock during those 8 races, which is not a good look for any team. Um, Not that USA
That
didn't deserve to win. I think they played great, but
Yeah, that really
yeah,
surprised me. The shock count that match was kind of unbelievable. Like Sherbetland that we just saw, I was very confident that Australia was getting shocked that race, especially when we saw Bop in 10th and Sam falling off the track, probably with Bill there. Like I thought for sure we are gonna see an Australia shock there to maybe bring things closer, but when we saw both of USA dodging up at the end there, it was unbelievable.
yeah. Every time it looks like Australia's was gonna, bring it back and kind of get that spark that they needed, it kind of just fell flat. But they have a clean slate, match two, where they can, start fresh, start anew, and hopefully we'll see them keep this one competitive, if not just flat out win it.
Yeah, we're gonna need to see some more support from the side of the Australia's team for the rest of this match as well, because we were seeing some effort put into it towards those last few races there, but unfortunate that it wasn't able to end very well for them.
Yeah, like you said, the signs of life bode well for Australia. Barry's been playing stellar, as we've been able to see. They just need to, they just need to bring it all together, and they can still do it.
Yes, sir. I mean, I think this is very much possible. I think this might have been the right move. I'm excited to see what happens in match 2. I'm not sure if we're going to be seeing any subs or not. We'll be notified of that if anything happens, but for now, I'm going to assume we're going to be rolling with the same lineups for both teams.
Yeah. I mean, I was expecting this match to be a lot closer, and really I was expecting kind of all the matches in this stage of the bracket to be close. I mean, I don't know if you want to speak on your own first round match, but I really thought that all four of these matches could have gone either way, but US South is trying to prove me wrong right now.
Exactly. I thought this was going to be a little bit different than what we're seeing right now. And I still believe it could happen in match 2 and 3. I feel like Australia might have established a good enough rhythm here. Maybe now they're going to see, maybe they're going to try something out different this match, you know? Maybe they're going to see if they can try to push up into the top spots more and just hold on to them.
Yeah, it's going to be a test of their mental, honestly, because I think they're playing well, and they just have to understand that if they keep, playing their game and doing things as best as possible, they're still good enough to win. They can't let that first match get to them at this point.
Yeah, in best of 3 series, your mental endurance is the most important one. I think that it's really important to be able to just not tilt. If something goes bad, then you just got to be able to move past it.
Yeah, okay. I think we're going to take a real quick break in between the matches while they get this room loaded up. Give you guys a second to catch your breath, and
Go
we'll be
grab a
back.
snack,
Yeah,
grab
grab
some
a snack,
water,
grab a drink,
grab some
take a
popcorn.
take a
I don't
whiz.
know. We'll see you guys in just a little bit.
All right, we actually, for once, went quicker than the timer as match 2 got underway pretty quick. So Australia's jumping right back into it, down 0-1, looking to start fresh and make it happen here in match 2.
And a DDR track pick comes out from the side of Australia. Already a better start than what we were seeing in match 1.
Yeah, hopefully the track pick luck will be on their side. We got Barry starting in third. Like I said, Australia hosting, so they're going to be taking advantage of those starting top spots. I think, is it Verley hosting? I don't actually remember.
So, yes.
But yeah.
Gonna see the battle with the sand hop and gonna see Batcake getting messed up just a little bit.
Wow.
And Mega comes out immediately on the side of USA and hits Barry.
Yeah, Becky 0 for 2 on lap 1 sand hop. I'm telling you, the lap 1 sand hop is way harder than the other laps. I don't know what it is, but it's something's just different.
Good reaction from Barry here to avoid getting backredded in this spot. And if I'm not mistaken, oh, never mind. This is really good, actually. Revi's getting TC'd. Australia able to break into, I believe, 145 right now with Triple Shrooms in 5th.
Yeah, he does the cool wheelie strat that all the cool kids are doing nowadays.
And we're
Let's see if he hits Ultra.
Brandon had a star. Taking safe Ultra this time. Unable to make it all the way to the exit.
Oh, almost got Mega again.
Oh, and a bomb that's going to connect. I think we can switch over to Backing's POV right now. We have a star in 7th. USA, a lot of these bottom spots right now. Australia holding on in the top.
Yeah, this is the opposite of what we saw in match 1. I mean, despite Barry getting hit a little bit, Australia is looking like they're in control of this race. We'll see if they can get some more shocks than they did last time and maybe give USA a run for their money.
Is this Australia top 3 right now? Oh,
something like that.
We have 2 USA taking the Ultra, Bop coming through the Ultra, and a shock for USA, dodging Batcake, who's going to be able to take over first pitch right here. Goes for an item box in 2nd.
Yeah, good call, honestly. You're going to be first no matter what. Might as well get the protection. And I think that shock dodged Casper too. I don't know if he jumped off on purpose after taking cut or what.
Oh.
We have a...
Okay, a little unexpected little glitch going on right there.
We're in the dark. It's lap 3. Something's happening. I don't know what. We had a mishap because Barry's POV fell really far behind because his internet is acting up, evidently. I'm going to go watch Backcake's POV myself and try to just relay what's going on. Oh, they're a race. Yeah, we're a race behind.
Oh,
So
let me go ahead and pull up the table bot real quick. See if I can get this going for you guys real fast and see what race we are actually on.
yeah,
Just to
we
make
got to
sure
find
we're
out
all
what
on the same
happened.
page here. So as of right now, we did see DDR finish, and okay, so USA ended up finishing 1-4-6-8 that race. Australia had taken away 2-3-5-7 plus one race for Australia. And going
Yeah.
into Coconut Mall, I'm not sure. I want to say this was a USA pick as well.
Yeah, somebody burned out in a top spot. I don't know, was that USA in first? I didn't see who
Oh.
it was. Either way, Backhake with the absolute jackpot golden in I think 5th place, getting
Oh,
destroyed.
is still able to make it out of the cut, fortunately. More than likely going to be seeing Macy in second place as well. And both baggers elected to try the glitch. I'm not sure. I don't think either one made it, unfortunately.
Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna head back normally to the box.
That seems to be the case. Sam chasing Bop in a star. Not really seeing anything right now.
Yeah, USA definitely got the better of that first set, and that's what's giving them this top 2 right now. We'll see if they can make it last. Backhake so solid at running this track. I don't imagine he loses first, except if there's a blue or maybe like a top spot dodge for Australia.
We're seeing an
Speaking of
early
which,
shock.
Early shock, yeah.
Who is going to be coming up here? We see Revise and Bill.
Wow, interesting. I mean, early shock, but I guess they knew that the other team wouldn't be in dodge there. Casper might have dodged too, as he also moves up into a top spot, so top 4 for USA right now.
Yeah, top up, and we're seeing a blue shell connect onto Revise as well. Did that get him after the ramp? I want to say it didn't. The ground star for backkick as well. I'm surprised he took that one himself. I feel like it would have been a little bit better to maybe have one of the members behind him take it and slow down Australia even more, but still USA going to be able to hold on to these top spots.
Yeah, tough call, but Sam is putting up numbers right now, doing work for his team. Casper had triple shrooms or a golden after he presumably dodged the previous lap.
And a blue shell connecting onto Casper as well. Backhake back into first place. I think USA still, I think, top 4 maybe. Not quite sure though. Not 100% certain of what's going on.
Yeah, no backs from Backhake, so probably he's got teammates behind him. Despite the 2 blues, USA is still running away with this race.
Top 3. Not sure what all the spots we're going to be seeing are. We're seeing top 3, and I think that's a top 4.
And wow, same story as match 1. It's just the shocks that are just allowing USA to blow these races out of the water. They had top 2, you know, not that big of a breakaway, but having shocks just makes it so much easier to secure those winning races, and they're going to be going into match 2 with a huge lead right out the gate.
I'm very surprised that they went along with that lap 2 shock. Very, very surprised. Bill and Nate, not as surprised about that. But electing to use the Bill there and dodging up at that point in the track, I think it's very surprising, but it did end up working out just fine for them with a top 4-9. That's going to bring USA up 30.
Yeah, I mean, that shows to me that USA is playing confidently. They're not afraid to, you know, maybe go out on a limb and call a shock like that. And we saw it got them into an amazing position. You know, 2 blues later, and they're still top 4 finishing the race, so... Yeah, what to do if you're Australia?
Exactly. That track in particular wasn't really sure. I was surprised to see both baggers going for glitch, and both of them did make it back to the gray ramp in time for a shock to be pulled. So I'm not really sure how Sam ended up pulling the first shock, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I mean, Bill was in play, but Sam seems to be having a good run at the casino right now.
Sam just showing like what he knows from JX. Like his dominance in JX is rubbing off here right now in this bagging battle, it seems.
Yeah. On the bright side, we do have Peach Gardens coming in, resetting the spots, you know. Luckily, we're not going to see a repeat of last match with USA just chaining running tracks and kind of snowballing it. So Australia, you know, they have time now. This is very, very doable.
It's very nice to see this little change of pace going on here from the side of Australia. Gonna see who's gonna be getting shrooms to take the shortcut lap 1. We see Revise sneak into first. Macy also getting shrooms as well. I believe that's going to be USA top 3 right out the gate. And Sam not opting to wait at the set and instead goes through. So he's gonna be in 10th place right now for the bagging battle.
Backache with
Oh, and
a rare mistake.
uncharacteristic choke. Bringing
Yeah.
Australia a little bit closer. All of them getting powed after the set. No shrooms though.
Yeah, something is definitely going wrong for Australia for a set. It's just strange to see USA, having this much dominance in the top spots race after race.
We're gonna see Backache just electing to slow down a little bit here, see if he can get some mushrooms here. Barry and Brandon both taking cuts. We see one Mega. I believe that might be another Australia member in a Mega behind him. A Star as well, with no sign of shock coming out right now.
Baggers were absolutely locked in until one of them starred the other. It looks like Sam was in the star, but with all the runners being right there, he wasn't able to really drive back and build a lead because he didn't want to risk trolling anybody. That would be a really bad thing to do right now.
Exactly. You do not want to see that for either side right now. If we get one on the side of Australia, you see a POW come out, Backache able to keep a shroom, a back red connects onto one of USA, and a star drop on the side of Sam.
And they both get
splits
it.
with them. Both of them going to be able to take cut. Australia just going to be holding on, maybe not even holding on to one after this. Just barely. Shot comes out.
Oh, they both lost shrooms. Shot could have been
I believe
huge
that is
there.
an Australia dodge.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
We see Brandon moving up here. Verley moving up here as well. Brandon getting taken out, but still have first place for Australia.
There's Barry.
Australia top 2.
Trying to niche. Becky still gets a box. Can he do something with this red? It does not
Unable
connect.
to connect there. Maybe we can see a last second draft.
Oh, what is he doing?
Revise takes over 3rd. Nuclear is also up here. See Nuclear get 4th. I'm not sure what happened to Brandon at the end there. But we're seeing a good race from Australia.
Yeah, there's the resilience we've been waiting for from Australia. They get a shock. Seems like they use it pretty well. And Backache with a little bit of, flubs in his driving there. But all in all, Australia with a resounding winning race after a long drought for them.
That shock is exactly what they needed right then and there to get themselves right back into this match. It was looking really bad for them. But now we're seeing, top 2, 4-7-9 from Australia, bringing this match close.
Yeah, they used it at the perfect time, too. We saw Backache and Casper both picking up the drop star from Sam, which was honestly a perfect situation for them. But they both lost shrooms. They weren't able to overtake first, and the rest was just all Australia.
Now, I can't help but wonder here what track Australia is going to elect to pick, because they do have 2 options here. Or I believe did they get 8th or 7th? I honestly already forgot.
I could not tell you, but yeah, it's their turn to try to run the gauntlet and see if they can build off of these top spots.
It seems they got 7th, so more than likely going to be seeing Australia electing for a Toad's Factory pick here to utilize that draft in 4th, and 2nd to have some security on it, and BC3 on the side of USA, definitely a pick that I expect to see from them. They are a very strong team on that track, notably Batcake with the ultra shortcut. And we're going to be seeing BC3 on the side of USA.
It was a slow roll. Fun fact, I once did a competition with Batcake to see who could make ultra more times in a row on this track. He made it 84 times in a row. So
that is
just to give you some perspective on how confident they are in this track.
That just goes to show that Batcake ain't messing around on this track. He knows what he's doing. We're going to see him starting the back here with a TC. Macy spamming a Mega, unable to connect the TC pass. Does get the pass off to Verley.
Yeah, and somehow Revise has maneuvered his way into 1st, and triple shrooms in 4th for Batcake. Could be huge.
Oh, is getting
he just needs to
down
make
a little
it.
Bit, but
he's got to go quick.
Good cut.
He gets across. And Revise makes ultra as well. Casper makes cut with a golden.
We're seeing top 3 from USA right now. Pretty sure Australia, I think, trailing just behind 3rd place.
Yeah, I mean, Australia was hoping to give USA a taste of their own medicine with a Toad's Factory pick, and they're just, there's just no justice for them right now, as USA is dominating this BC3 race already. And with all this space, we should expect to see Casper probably take ultra in 1st, Batcake take cut in 2nd, and if everything goes according to plan, this race could get ugly fast.
No reason not to. Gonna be seeing cut block from Casper.
Oh, this is
and Batcake going for Shroomless. Cut gets unblocked and back kick makes it. Brandon takes over first though, but back kick still has his shroom.
I
He's gonna
kind
get the draft.
of disagree with that. I feel like maybe the dropped green on the ultra deter them, but I feel like if they go for ultra and regular cut, they just keep top 2 there. Might have overcomplicated things.
Yeah, that was honestly a very surprising play from the side of USA there. I don't think they had a reason to do that, and Australia now taking over top 2 here. We do see Sam sitting at the set over here. Australia taking the blue, not getting a combo out with the triple reds.
Yeah.
Is gonna be dropping shrooms. Red doesn't connect on nuclear. And a shock,
Weird shock.
for Australia.
Cut's not going to be blocked. I don't know who would have wanted that in this situation. I guess we'll see who grows to take cut, because I don't know if anybody dodged that.
We see one person successfully making. We see Australia making. Australia entering a lot of these top spots. I believe 1, 3, 4, and Macy getting hit.
Macy gets hit by Nuclear. Nuclear's been pretty quiet thus far in the series. Stepping up here though on BC3.
Macy still holding on to third. Barry not getting hit, and this TC pull for Backcake just passes it off to the bagger. It's gonna be able to make it to the line here. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say that's like a top 2-4 or a top 3 for Australia.
Something like that. It looked really strong for them, which is again surprising based on how that lap 1 went. I just really did not see that coming. And I think USA kind of bottled it on lap 2 there. I think they played a little bit too defensive, I want to say is the word, because if they just take cut in top 2, I mean, even if the other team takes cut behind them, they're going to keep their lead. And yeah, it's a top 3.
Top 3-7 for Australia. Just like that, they're in the lead again. They take back their lead from race 1 of this match, except with a little bit more strength going into it this time. This is quite a flip that I didn't expect to see. I'm not really sure what happened to USA that race. My guess is going to be that Casper intended to block a shroom cut alignment, and Backcake would then take the shroomless cut into first place and hold on to a shroom in 1. While I understand the risk, I don't think it was worth it. I don't think that was worth trying while the pack was in that state. I don't think Backcake had enough time to properly maneuver around that.
Yeah, a lot of question marks coming out of that race, but what's for sure is that Australia is coming alive right now. With this it's a small lead, but they're ahead, and that is very different from what we saw last match. And Burley, I was talking about him needing to step up and perform. He's off to a hot start right now, so that could be the difference that Australia needs. They just gotta keep on keeping on, as they say.
This is exactly what we needed to see. Yeah, now we're seeing more support from Australia's runners here. This is exactly what needs to happen if we want to see a match 3 between these two teams.
And the fortitude is also coming in. Like I said, this match is going to be a mental test for them to see how well they could hold it together. And after the top 4, I was worried that maybe they were going to collapse a little bit, and they bounced right back immediately. So really, really good stuff by them.
It's just all part of the mental game that you got to maintain in these best of 3 series. And we're seeing a Batcake spam BC3, but obviously a Waluigi Stadium pick on the side of USA South. Kind of surprised to see that track pick come out rather than our typical RBC.
Yeah, I guess they figure with the lag difference, there's a good chance that they'll be able to sneak a player into first, because that is something that does happen on that track a lot.
Oh boy.
I'm guessing that's the theory. That's the theory behind it. Who knows if it'll work.
No.
Uh-oh.
And we get a repick from Batcake. Oh no.
That is... I don't know what to say.
Oh no, Batcake, you can't be doing this.
The evidence is there for all hundreds of people to see. That was just a straight up repick by Batcake. That's a quick way to get a -20.
Well, Australia building a strong lead on the voting screen with their mental fortitude, scaring Batcake into a repick. Moving on to the race though, Batcake just gonna hold on to first right now, just trying to get rid of Australia. I think he's just gonna like to go for ultra here. Barry gonna contest him on it.
He goes for a crazy alignment. How did he make that? I've never ever seen someone take it from that far to the left, but he just hits it anyway. Like I said, he just does not miss. He's incapable of missing that shortcut unless he does it for the 85th time.
Wow, that is just insane that he got that. And what is this pack? What just happened? Like, Batcake and Macy are gone.
There's a
And
player
Barry's
that's
just
not moving on the map. I'm a little concerned. Is it Barry? Uh-oh.
Barry.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I have no idea what is going on right now. Like everyone just sort of collapsed. I don't really know what happened there.
Yeah,
See
this
the
is turning
pre-show come
into
out.
a guess who's in first challenge.
We gotta see. I think we see Macy going for ultra. Verly in fourth. I can't see who's in third currently. Not getting bad kick to look back enough. Sam in 10th place still.
Yeah, they are back spamming, so it might be Australia behind them. Either way, it looks like USA is going to be making back some of that -20 that they accumulated for picking this track.
I've just never been more confused. This whole entire sequence is one of the most confusing sequences I've seen in this entire World Cup. Sam is just dominating this bagging battle this race. Barry just after the shortcut lap 3, and Sam just moving a little bit.
I'm not sure what his
Might be holding the
intentions
shot?
are here. It looked like he was going to go for the star drop, and then he just kind of abandoned. I don't really know.
Yep, Bob off the track. Sam still moving. I want to say that Sam is just going to be holding on to shock here. And we do see a shock come out.
There it is. A mid-spot dodge, presumably for USA, and I think they used that shock to make sure that the Australia players couldn't take Ultra, which was unblocked. So we'll see if they can
We're seeing
capitalize.
Fourth.
Yeah,
Bunch of
bananas
bananas last
everywhere.
turn. Gonna see
Green
if
there
Nuclear
too.
makes it past that. We see Nuclear make it past the last turn on the mini map. Fourth place is unable to catch, and it seems like Nuclear is crossing in third place.
That was a
Yeah.
stumper. Yeah.
I don't think I have ever been as confused by a decision as that one. That was very interesting.
Yeah, just a total lapse from Backhake. For those of you who don't know what just happened, you're not allowed to repick a track that's already been picked, and if it chooses you, it's a -20 penalty. So USA lost 20 points before that race even started. Barry got 5th. Did he not DC then? I could have sworn that he was disconnecting.
No, he did start moving just a little bit after we pointed out him not moving on the mini map there. So it wasn't as bad of a race as I expected it to be.
Yeah, and the best news is that we don't have to reset. I was really hoping that we didn't have to do that, so that's a win. And I guess USA just giving them a little bit of a handicap. Maybe they thought that match 1 was too easy.
I mean, I guess so. Maybe we see a little bit of Batcake ego and going on that race. Ends up getting a good race off of it anyway. I'm just still in disbelief at that.
Yeah, just the most most out-of-pocket repick I've ever seen.
Yeah, I just don't really know what to expect going forward with this. I mean, no signs of repicks right now. Let me see in what tracks we got here. Two very different tracks.
Yeah, I mean, they're talking about mistakes that they want to crack down on. That's definitely something that they gotta, just a kink that they gotta iron out real quick. Can't be doing that in the finals,
Would be really unfortunate if that ends up costing them this match as well. Would be really, really unfortunate to see. But still, right now, we still have a close match. We still have Australia up 13 entering this race. A nice start for USA to enter top 3.
Yeah, and unlike last race, last time they played this, they do get the draft on their own players, so they're going to hold down top spots for now. The main objective right now is to just hit everybody that tries to shroom up, starting with Verly, and they get Verly out of there. Who's next?
Nuclear making his way up.
Nuclear gets hit. Yep, they're sticking to the game plan, and it is working like a charm right now.
Oh, no box for Batcake. Still seeing Barry. Oh, we do have Barry's POV up.
Barry's back.
He is back in action. We get to see what he's doing up here in these top spots. Electing not to go for an item, surprisingly.
Nice draft.
Very risky draft by Barry there.
Barry in these top spots is just a menace. They just cannot pin this guy down.
Notch up. Get a little bit of... Okay. Going back over to Backhake here. We see Macy getting taken out. Backhake with a mega in third right now. No signs of a shock from either bagger right now. Both of them still sitting at that first set there. Still seeing USA in 1-3 right now. Not sure who's behind Batcake though.
Yeah, he gets wheelie bumped. That's pretty bad, because if he doesn't dodge, then this Mega doesn't really get him a lot of value, I don't think. He might even opt to chain it here if he doesn't think that shock's going to be in play. Get some more items to do something with. We'll see.
Let's still hold on to it, so perhaps we could be seeing a USA shock towards the end of this race here. Barry taking cautious lines to avoid.
Oh, with a target
Burley
pal.
uses a Mega. Not sure if we're going to be seeing a shock towards the very end here. No signs of one. Bad Cake getting bumped, and he's off!
He's off. He didn't have enough space to get his TF input out. And with the
Barry
bump, that just messed everything up.
2-3-4 on the side of Australia that race, and I want to say we're seeing Australia in 8th place as well. Yeah, we do see Brennan in 8th, going to be unable to catch Batcake there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're just seeing a winning race from Australia there.
Yeah, so Backick with the Mega holds it because his team had the POW, right? So he was like, okay, I'm just gonna POW at the conveyors, we can target POW the other team. Although, unbeknownst to him, the other team was also holding a Mega too. And so he ends up getting bumped off on the cut.
Yeah, that was honestly, I was surprised to see that he ended up getting bumped off there. I thought he would be bumped before that cut as well, but it just ended up perfectly for Australia there. Just getting a nice winning race there. Only a +3 race, but you'll take any winning race right now. You want to see if you can build up your lead anymore with 6 races left. Australia up 16 for this match. What are we expecting now? Like, after that repick and just that BC3 race in general, like, we're just seeing the unexpected come to play now.
Yeah, I really don't know what to expect at this point. I feel like that repick kind of broke the flow of the match, and now it's just, they're just scrambling to regain control at this point, which could be exactly what Australia need.
We'll see if the voting screen's going to go in one of their favors, though. We see Waluigi Stadium, a very, very solid pick for these spots from the side of Australia. And GV for USA, who's in a more scrambled situation. What track are we going to be seeing here? We are going to be seeing Grumble Volcano on the side of USA.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned for Backick at this point, I gotta be honest. I feel like he is the type of player who might be dwelling on such a dumb mistake like that afterwards, and it might affect his gameplay down the line. I guess we'll see.
You've just got to move, especially with a track like Grumble Volcano, a track that really just resides on how this beginning plays out. Gonna see Backick electing to sit with Australia at the back here. Meanwhile, we have Barry holding on to first place with a fib right now. Might see if he's gonna elect to try to back spam some of USA, maybe prevent them from getting up there and getting as much use of the rock as possible.
Yeah, some greens coming dangerously close. The Barry survives, as usual. I mean, it's a perfectly timed cut right there. That is crazy.
Wow, that is a nice time cut. We have Bad Cake with a Bill in 4th right now. Not Casper in 1st as well. One bagger has made it back so far. Not seeing which one currently. The other bagger making his way back on the strat 2 does not make the strat. We're going to see one bagger dominating this bagging battle this race. Not sure. Yeah. It seems to be Sam.
Casper likely only had one shroom because I think he was in like 2nd or 3rd for the most of the race. But no, he's actually taking it again. Makes it again, but there's a blue.
Is Casper getting blued? Backy getting respawn.
Casper dodges the blue, and Barry fails it, getting only the respawn. So Casper's pretty much going to win this race. Backache is kind of gone here in 8th. Well, not gone, but he's got the bill in his pocket, so...
This is close, and we still got to remember that Sam was the one dominating this bagging battle. Barry using a Mega here, trying to schlag USA.
I don't know how I feel about this. It could actually be really good. Maybe, if Australia has shrooms in 2-3, they might have enough space to hold on to those spots thanks to the schlag.
This could be huge.
Here's the bill.
Coming out from Backache here.
And there's the TS. There's the TS. He's going to get 2nd, unless he gets dropped into the fire. No.
He's all good. Should be all good at this ending here. A blue shell on the side.
Blue is no help whatsoever for Barry. He's going to lose some spots, unless maybe with these triple shrooms. Let's see if Barry... Oh, wait! Casper didn't wait on the line!
Backache gets blued.
What are we doing?
Oh, we're not. We see 2-3 from Australia.
What in the world?
What? No. What happened?
What an absolute rookie mistake. I can't believe that.
What could have happened? What? That's a huge miscommunication there. No, why are we seeing these blunders on Grumble Volcano? First it was Alex off the track in the Italy match at the very end in a mega, and now we're seeing Casper crossing the line in first, and Australia 2, 3, 5, 7, 10. Is that 22, 28?
I'm
That's a
just
winning race.
I'm just in disbelief. You can't see. I have my hands on my head. I don't know what I'm watching. I was about to say that was like a perfectly played race from Casper, making rock twice, dodging the blue. But what? I don't even know what to say. Everyone.
Everything fell into place. Everything fell into place for USA that race. And it just came down to the last seconds just like that. It's stuff like that that happens in this World Cup that we're here to watch, quite frankly, and it makes for more entertaining matches for that reason. Like, a race that clearly should have brought USA much closer to Australia after that brings Australia up by 1 more point. Like, are we seeing, like, USA make some very fatal slip-ups right now? I don't want to see this trend
No, that's just
continue.
like a fundamental play that like even if you're nervous, like there's no excuse for that. I don't know.
Now we transition into a Koopa Cape track pick on the side of Australia. Gotta see if they've learned their lesson from last time. Maybe gonna try to spread out their spots. Maybe just send 2, 3 forward to deal with first place. I won't be surprised if we see Batcake electing to get a 4th place box here. Try to chance some triple shrooms. One of Australia getting bumped out though.
Early
TC.
QC could be really good or really bad. He
Gets
actually
the
gets
pass.
past. You know, Casper's kind of in some trouble in first. He's got a TC right behind him.
You see Barry over here with a shroom and 2, just gonna shroom into first place, grab an item for some defense, gets triple bananas, lands the hit as well on 2nd place. Just gonna have a comfortable first place for now. Both baggers just sitting at the set. Gotta see if we're gonna have Bop drop a star for Barry to drop a banana on the cut. We're seeing a ground star. Is Barry gonna drop banana on this cut? Drops one on the
It's on
ramp.
the left.
And
Oh, whoa.
okay, a little close for comfort there.
Yeah, it was a bit hairy, but Barry in first, doing his job. Time and time again, we see him making his way up there one way or another.
Oh, and Batcake and Nuclear land on the same fib. Burley slides into 4th place. Still 2, 3, 5 for USA. Batcake just gonna take the shroom cut. Burley in a mega.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. The gap between top 3 and everybody else was really big at that point, and 1 blue would have been disastrous for Australia. So I think Bailey's making the right choice to try to catch up, but that's not going to help.
Out. I believe we're seeing Bop drop another star, and I was mistaken.
Sam is out of there. He's dipped, and he's waiting at the first ramp. This is not good for Barry. This is.
Yeah.
I feel like he's
gonna be seeing some USA shock happen very soon. Maybe we got Revives holding something in the back there. Barry gonna be able to take the Shroomba and defend himself from the red, just holding on to first place for dear life right now. Gotta see
what is Sam cooking right now? Sam is bumping Barry. I don't know what his game plan is right now.
Just hold your wheelie. That was a free -5.
Yeah, what can USA do with the shock? I mean, they're 2, 3, 4 still. They might just hold their winning spots.
They have an option here. They could maybe shock Barry after the ramp here. And Bob, oh no, I want to say that Bob was trying to drop a star. Barry
They caught on the ramp. Casper's gonna be really close. He's looking for the draft. Is he gonna get it?
Is USA gonna shroom though? No.
Macy gets hit.
Brandon gets into 3rd.
Yeah, I wonder if that shot kind of backfired. Maybe they were hoping to be able to catch Barry in first, but they just didn't quite, have the legs to get close enough. And with Brandon sneaking into 3rd, I think Australia gained points off that.
Another really, really, really close race. I'm pretty sure we saw Australia still hanging in the back spots for that race, while USA just occupied a lot of neutral positions. Gonna find out in just a little bit and see what we ended up getting for that race. 1-3, bottom 2. Gonna be if that was Bob getting 10th, that is a -1 race for Australia.
Yeah, strange stuff. I feel like maybe that was a bit of a desperation call. I don't know. I feel like Casper probably would have been the one that called that on the boost, thinking that he could pass Barry, but You know, if Australia's getting bottom 2 out of that, there was probably a chance that they could have just gotten 2, 3, 4, 5 without it, right? I feel like that's not a crazy thing to say.
Yeah, I feel like USA would have been able to comfortably hold on to their spots without that. That was definitely an ambitious shot call. I do kind of understand it, but I think it would have made more sense if Barry had a bigger lead over second place, because then Casper could have shocked himself into the boxes in second and chance a red shell there, and then pass Barry off of that. But it's still, in that scenario, I feel like it would have just been better to hold on to the shock and maybe try to just secure 2, 3, 4 for the sake of getting a decent race there.
Yeah, I mean, they're really bringing it to Barry right now, but he is, again, playing so well, so consistently throughout these matches, and right now it's paying off for Australia. So they're up, what is that, 16?
16 with 4
Man,
left.
they're still in that minus 20 range. I mean, that's what's on probably everybody's mind right now. If USA loses this match by less than 20 points, that's just, I don't know what to say at that point.
It's gonna be really unfortunate, but you're gonna have to move past it, because ultimately you're gonna have to play right after this and see if you can just move on and secure a W for this match, because the loser of this best of 3 does lose it. They're out. They're just out of the tournament, while the winner moves on to the semifinals.
Yeah, that's a fate that probably if you're on USA South, you probably really didn't consider that an option after match 1. You know, they won that by so much. They were cruising out of the Swiss stage. Everything seemed just fine and dandy, and now a little bit of self-sabotage. And all of a sudden, they could be on elimination point if they lose this match, which is not a place you want to be.
Exactly. It would be very rough to end up in that route. And now we're seeing Maple Treeway on the side of Australia for 1-3. More than likely going to be seeing 5th place jump in this shortcut. Try to get a box in the bottom spot. Backkick getting the slip drift, but isn't going to be able to pass Verily. Nuclear making his way up here, though.
Yeah, I think that was probably a draft based on how quickly he was moving, so no box for Nuclear. Goes for the early snipe. Still going.
Not connecting.
Oh, it hits!
Later. There it is.
Third time's the charm, I guess. That was bouncing back and forth for a while.
We have our 2 POVs and top 2 spots here.
Yeah.
Backkick just trying to see if he can figure out a way to outline Barry here.
Barry once again getting into the front.
And backkick off the track. Gonna be a really unfortunate. Gonna set him back to 7th place. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on with the last runner there, but Barry holding on to 1. A little bit of a slip up while holding the green though. But Nuclear just take the shortcut.
Yeah, looking like a strong top 2 for Australia. A lot of space to work with right now. This could definitely last the whole race.
This backflip could maybe lock down this top 2 as well. We're seeing a shot come in for, I'm just gonna say USA.
That's
Yep.
USA. They dodged, I think, the whole squad with that one.
Oh,
And a blue as well. Blue just came in on the Barry.
Oh, TC instantly passes, but USA losing these top spots.
Oh, Brandon with a clutch
TC to
pass.
Casper. Barry with a star right here as well. Australia
Yeah, Casper
making their
goes
way back
down.
up.
Barry doesn't get the star, I think, but if he gets the shroom, he could probably stay ahead.
Oh, I believe they both split it. It's very close on our POVs here.
Dude, Barry is just relentless right now. I mean, they blew him, they dodged like 3 or 4 people, and he's just still first. I don't know how he's doing this.
This is exactly what we need to see. Australia wants to hold on to this lead. They cannot afford to lose it. They're gonna do everything they can to hold on to these top spots in the last GP of this match. And Barry does back a green and it connects. I want to say on Batcake. Not sure who's in second right now though. Another shot comes in.
I think that's an Australia shock. There's Verily dodging
Early
up. I think
moving up.
Brandon dodged
Brandon
2.
moving up as well. We see top 3 right now on the side of Australia.
This is looking huge for the Aussies. This is going to be a massive race for them at this stage in the game.
The USA needs some major pulls here to have any chance of striking this top 3. Casper pulls a mega, backing triple shrooms. That is not what you need. You need something to create a strong impact. No box for Batcake. And it looks like we're going to be seeing a top 3 on the side of Australia unless Casper broke into it. What?
Wow, this is an unreal change of pace. Australia. I mean, that was 1-to-1 shock race, but like Yeah, they just held it down in the front. I mean, Barry, so resilient to get back into first for the second time that race on a track that's really considered, a run-heavy track. He gets into first at 2 different points during the race. The clutch TC pass from Brannon after that first shock, which kept them in the front. Australia is cooking right now.
This is what I was looking to see, man. We top three. We just see top 3-6 for Australia right now. They are ready to build up this lead. Like if they can get one more really good race, if they can just like build on this momentum and get another big race like that, it might be curtains for this match.
Yeah, looking dire for USA. I mean, they're down a decent amount even without the minus 20. But yeah, it seems like Australia is just they've hit their groove.
That's what I was hoping to see, honestly. I think they did find out where they were lacking from match one and just tried to build on that for match two. And it's been paying off so far. Granted, the minus 20 was a very unfortunate mishap on the side of USA, but I think if Australia can just keep this up, they're gonna be able to go into a match three scenario.
Yeah, what is that? 37 points? Am I
That is a
subtracting correctly?
That is a 37-point difference after 9 races on the track selection screen. What team is going to be able to make some moves here? We see Delfino Square on the side of USA. That is going to very much break up the top spots for Australia here, as this match or as this track very much relies on the shortcuts that we can see in the middle of the track.
Another really shock reliant track where, it's so rare for there to be a shockless race on this track, especially compared to some of the other ones we've seen like KC, DKM, TF. So definitely going to be a big swing there, which is what USA needs. And they're looking pretty good right now.
Rough start on the side of Australia with a TC pass. Unfortunately, going over to another Australia member, but Verley hanging on to second right now. Gonna see if he can try to get back kick out of first. Very close dot cut, does make it though.
Yeah, Golden is a pretty tough item to pull there. You want to be able to secure a dodge, early on this track, or at least just to start a chain and catch up later, given that USA are top 2, and Sam is gone in 10th. Looks like Bop is just going to chain at that set in 9th, or does he already have it?
Bop is going, yeah, Bop is just sitting there.
Oh, he just jumped off. He jumped off a bill.
No, Bop is off, yeah. So,
Sam doesn't have it yet. He just ran into a fib. I don't know. Bit of a bump in the road, but USA hopefully for them can pull it. I mean, they need this shock. Otherwise, this top 2 is going to melt away.
Yeah, Bob just electing to stay put at that point on the map. Not sure what exactly he's picking up there. He does end up going back for the boxes there. Barry unable to land a hit on this top 2, it seems. Sam giving a draft for back kick as well. Maybe giving a draft to that second place as well.
Yeah, Sam's, he's known for having really good utility outside of just pulling the shock. He's had some clutch drop stars. Draft there is good. He always finds a way to make himself useful, which you love to see.
And now we're seeing these top 2 spots break away from the rest of the pack just like that. No matter what shock does come here, we're gonna see which team does end up making a significant move here. This top 2 is pretty much gonna be set in stone. We're seeing a late race shock. Gotta wonder if it's gonna create a strong impact for USA. So we're gonna see back kick. Oh, we see top 3 for USA.
Wow, the Delfino Square track pick works like a charm. I mean, yeah, back kick and Casper have been the 2 players that have really been having their presence known in the front too. Also, funnily enough, the 2 players who have made the most notable mistakes that we've seen, but still gotta give them credit for the impact they're having.
Wow, that race right there is just gonna bring it really close again. It's just gonna put USA in striking distance for these last 2 races. That minus 20 is not gonna matter. They've already moved on past that. They know they just want to go home. They just want to like call it a night right here because it is getting kind of late for all our teams here. So they just want to call it a night at this point. They're ready to just move. And we are seeing after that race if our table bot is going to update here.
I think that's like a plus 19, if I'm right. Top 3, 8, 10. Unfortunately for USA, they weren't able to use that shock at the end, to get their last player some more spots. I think it was Macy. But
Well,
still, you know.
we are now in the range of the penalty itself. USA down 20 with 2 races left.
Oh my god, it would literally be tied.
This is just insanity. I can't believe it. I just genuinely can't believe this.
Yeah, and BCW still on the table. Could be the difference maker.
I don't see any reason not to pick it. Yeah, we see BCB on the voting screen. What are we going to be seeing on the side? Australia, Sherbetland. Yes. But which track is it going to pick? I feel like we've been seeing a lot of snowball effect from both of these teams in the past 2 matches, but what is this going to end up coming down to? It's going to end up coming down to Sherbetland.
All right. You love to see that if you're an Australia fan. US South, no stranger to making comebacks. They had a crazy comeback in the Swiss stage against France to steal that one in the last GP. They're going to have to do it again. 20 points down, 2 races to go.
We're hoping we don't see a repeat of what happened with Australia last time we were on this track. It would be really unfortunate to see it go down that way, but so far, Bad Cake and Casper just already establishing a little bit of a lead.
Yeah, I love the play there. That's a really common thing that teams do nowadays, where you call in advance when you're gonna back, and then you can just double back straight away after the first set and kind of suppress the other team as they try to move up into the front. So they're actually gonna be holding down a lot of top spots, maybe like 1, 3, 4 right now, something like that. Yeah.
So yeah, Brandon making moves up here as well. I'm just trying to analyze the bagging battle as well. It seems like neither bagger has jumped off with the bill yet, and Sam is just in 10th by a really decent amount.
And the green hits. That could be huge. Top 3 right now for USA. Blue is going to help out Australia a little bit.
Not really sure what's going on with the side of Australia. Barry breaking into these top spots as well. You got to wonder where the rest of Australia is. He's going to be able to catch Barry at this part here. And
oh, he gives it to Sam on accident, I think.
Oh, no. Brandon and a Mega as well. Can he catch Bad Cake right here? Not
wow,
quite.
that was
Bill
actually
comes out as well.
A huge missed opportunity for USA. If Beckett gives the TC to Barry, then that's just curtains for them in the front. Weird shock.
I've got to say, I'm clueless on who actually used that one.
Nobody is catching up off that. I don't know. Yeah,
That just brought the pack closer, if anything.
Yeah, no, that was a weird one.
Say bottom 2, just like that.
That was a really weird one.
And yeah, we're going to be seeing Backache slowing down for a power item here, along with Casper. Gets triple shrooms, unfortunately. Not really what you want to see here. More than likely just going to be chaining these up here. Try to get something better, but gets back redded as well. And a TC passes onto Australia, I believe.
I think they gave it to the bagger, though? Or maybe no, Nuclear used the star maybe to cancel it. I don't know what's going on. Either way, it doesn't look like second shock has been pulled yet, as Sam just jumped off. But if they get it right now, that could be so good for USA.
This might be a huge race for USA here. If Backache
and they
dodges
do get
it.
At the last second.
And we're going to be seeing USA with a top 2 this race. Don't bump Casper off. You see top 2-4 on the side of USA. No way.
Yeah, they steal it. I mean, they were just holding out, I'm sure, after that first shot got used, which was probably, I don't even know. I have so many questions about the first shock. But it set up a second shock for Sam perfectly, as he was in 10th, and that was their ticket to getting a big winning race, and this is going to be really close with 1 race left. We'll see what the score is.
Gonna see what we got. We got Sam up in a bill as well. I'm not sure what spot he's actually in. And here we go. We should be finding out right about now. We do see top 2, 4, 6 for USA. And that is going to bring this match to a very, very close conclusion here.
Oh, it's 3 points.
A 3-point difference between these two teams entering this final race. Australia up 3. What? Like, I don't know what to say. Like, without the -20, this is just a way better situation for USA South. But now USA South and Australia both have one objective in mind. Like, they just want to win this match. Like, Australia just has to be able to hold on to these top spots here, or just hold on to some of the top spots, get some winning race. USA just has to secure like some damage in the beginning, and they'll be good. And we see BCB on the side of USA South and Peach Beach for Australia. I mean,
Oh, Peach would be that would be one for the books right here. And yeah, basically 3 points is kind of nothing. You're kind of just playing to win this race, regardless of which team you are. And they're gonna get Peach
Peach,
Beach
Peach,
for race 12.
I don't know what to say. Like
Oh my God, it's all on the line on Peach Beach. I cannot believe this.
I don't know what to expect here. Like, is one of the runners gonna go backwards for the bill? Are we just gonna see both baggers go back as you would normally expect? We're about to find out right here. Batcake's just gonna be running this up in first place. Maybe we're gonna be seeing a draft from one of his teammates as well. We do see Barry
It's
make a move
Barry.
in the top spot.
How does Barry keep getting away with this? But I think Backkick's gonna maybe barely hold on to first. No, not quite.
Nope. That is definitely Barry ahead. You gotta
I don't
remember
know.
that Australia USA lag.
Barry knows some secret that I don't about getting drafts. I mean, he's causing all kinds of problems, regardless of the track.
We're seeing Bop in 10th right
Oh,
now.
Backkick
And
with kind of a
interesting-
panic moment right there. He just backed his Nana needlessly and got redded. So Australia in top 2.
In triple shrooms in 4th
Triple
is exactly what
shrooms.
you need to break into this top 2. But actually, might not be able to do so as Brandon has triple greens, but Revive's making
Oh, he's
moves.
teleporting.
Oh, he's moving
Oh,
around and
Backkick gets
Backkick gets
hit.
hit. The
Oh,
red
he almost
does
got
still
comboed.
go.
Casper's in a mega. He's gonna wait and chain an
The
A's.
chain here
No shock for
doesn't get
USA.
a dodge item.
If Australia
Nuclear-
have shock, they should win this match.
Oh, Australia on bottom 2 right now. We're seeing
There's
the
a star.
from Nuclear. Another
Oh,
star
but Macy
chain.
had a star. Wait. Nuclear gets
Nuclear
hit.
hitting a green.
Oh, it's gonna be so close. Macy might be able to get first. I don't know if it's gonna be enough though. He
I
needs
don't know
like Bill or
what's going on
something.
in front. I don't know what's going on. Casper's back here too.
Casper's back here.
USA bottom 2. Verly gotta make sure he holds on to 6th place here.
Last second box. Triple shrooms. They both get.
Oh,
No,
no.
he beats him.
Oh no!
Oh my God.
Did USA get top 2?
Oh, I don't know. I don't
Did
know.
USA get top 2?
Macy definitely got
Oh
a good
no!
spot. And if she chained like triple reds or like blue or something, I don't even know.
Oh no!
Oh my
What
God.
happened?
Anybody could have won that.
I feel like that might have been a USA
I think top
win.
2. I think top 2 wins it for USA, but I just don't know the
Top
spots.
2 would win it.
It
Top
comes
2
down to
would win it.
Macy and Revise.
So what actually did happen?
Oh
here?
my God. I want
Oh.
to see the results so bad.
Oh, okay. We're not.
I
We're
want
not
to see
getting
where
our
are the
results.
results.
No, come on.
Please,
Where are our results? We're getting some
please.
technical difficulties. I'm about to spoil it if we don't get it soon.
Where are the results?
Where are they?
What's
What is
happening?
happening? Oh wait. Yeah, you see. Okay, well, the
It's
scores are already updated on the screen. So as you can see from our table here, USA does take that match.
There is just no way. That's how the match. Oh my goodness.
USA takes that match by 4 points, and we do have a 2-0 on our hands. Wow.
So I think it was top 2 689 then last race. I mean Australia. I think that was Australia's shock, but Macy just waited till the very last moment to chain the star. They were trying to shock them after set. Macy used her star, and they didn't have time to react, and they steal it by 4 points.
Oh, I think it was just too greedy. Like if that was, I couldn't quite see whose shock that was at the very end there. I want to say it was an Australia shock, judging by when Macy used her star, but I can't be sure. It just really sucks that Nuclear hit that green there.
I
That
know,
might have been the
that
game
was
changer.
such an almost match for Australia, and honestly, if you're US South, such a relief. Such a relief after the huge mistakes with the repick, not stopping for the blue. 4 points was the difference in that match when all the dust settled. What an insane just story. I don't even know.
A lot of questionable things happened that match, if I'm being honest. That was a very surprising way to see that match end. But that was a good one. That was a good one.
I was gonna roast Australia too if they lost, but now I just feel bad. Oh my God, that is a heartbreaker. They put up such a good performance.
I genuinely can't tell if we were seeing like if the green that hit Nuclear was a back green or just a ground green there.
I feel like someone probably just like dropped it point blank.
Oh no.
Dude, they were down what 37 with 3 left.
They made it back. They made it all the way back, just slowly but surely, waiting until the last race to make their move, and they do it. Oh man, you can take a look at our bracket stage graphic real quick just to get an idea of where we're going to be heading next. Since USA South does take this W, they do move on to the semifinals. And we do have 3 more matches for this stage of the quarterfinals. I believe we have Japan versus England happening in I'm getting too tired to do the math, but it's going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern. That is what I know.
Yeah, there's plenty more to come, and again, the matches are going to get somehow more intense, somehow more important, and the level of play is just going to keep getting higher as you move on in the bracket. Australia, unfortunately, maybe an earlier exit than they would have hoped, unable to make top 4 like in the last World Cup, but still, gotta give props. They showed a lot of grit to make it this far in the first place, and they definitely gave US South a run for their money.
Yeah, I know that match ended in a way that I'm gonna say I'm happy with. It was a very good ending. It was a nice, intense match. I enjoyed watching it for sure. It was great to see both these teams battle it out. Ultimately, USA South does end up taking that W, showing that they do really want this win. They do want to win this World Cup, and now they're gonna have another strong opponent in their way. If they end up, depending on the other match that's right above them, you do have USA North versus Canada as a part of this stage as well. USA South will be playing the winner of that match in a best of 3 series. What do you have any predictions going for the other quarterfinal matches so far, Torp?
Oh, I feel like US North Canada is going to be a toss-up. I mean, you could look at the teams on paper and expect one thing, but if this match that we just watched proves anything, it's that you really just don't know what's going to happen once the races start. But either way, it's going to be a banger. It's going to be banger after banger in this top 8. We'll see how US South do. I mean, they're looking like the comeback kids right now. They're moving on. They're probably feeling joy in their call, and yeah, there's a lot more to come. Like you said, tomorrow, Japan versus England, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Be there, be square.
Yeah, I think, man, that was quite a watch. I think I don't know if we have much else to go over right now.
I mean, yeah, you guys saw it here. Thank you for joining us. It's gonna be 2-0 in favor of US South, moving on to semifinals here in the Mario Kart Wii World Cup 2023 edition. And I think that's gonna be it for us.
Yeah, I think so. So, with all that being said, thank you guys for watching this match. I've enjoyed casting this with you, Torp. It's
Oh
been
yeah.
a real pleasure. And as always, guys, if you want to stay up to date with the World Cup matches that are going to be happening, be sure to hop in the Discord server as I just put in the chat right above, just a little bit. Make sure you join that server. You'll be able to see the matches that are happening for the rest of this stage and for the rest of the World Cup. So be sure to join it. And I don't know, I've just this has just been a lot of fun. I'm happy that I got to cast this. So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
Shoutouts to the people behind the scenes putting it together. BYosh has been holding it down. He was our stream host today, did a great job. And all the other people who do the planning and the graphics and whatnot. Here at Mario Kart Central, we appreciate you guys too. So shouts out. And
Yes, sir.
yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. We hope you continue to enjoy Mario Kart, and have a good one.
Good night, everybody.